Hello, this is Dawn Bournand with Fabulous Florida Living, and today is Mortgage Monday. And you know, of course, I have my very favorite loan officer with me, a mortgage specialist, Rachel Saylor with Amerifirst Home Mortgage. Rachel told me about some amazing things happening in the world of mortgage on Friday, and I just had to get her on Mortgage Monday to talk about what is going on because, there is so much happening in the housing market, and I think a lot of people are just, have huge question marks. Rachel and I got on a call at the very beginning of all of this, staying at home stuff, and now all of a sudden we're slowly coming out of it, and I think there's even more questions maybe than there were in the beginning of all of this. So that's what we're here to do, is sort of clear things up for you a little bit, and then Rachel has some great things to tell you about. So the housing market is very, very, very healthy. That's the first thing I want to start off with. And now I'll pass it over to Rachel just to introduce herself and to tell you a little bit about what she does.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you again, Dawn, for having me on. It's always nice to start the week with an update, I think. So,
Yes.
just taking a few minutes to touch base and provide updates. Thank you for allowing me to share this space with you. So my name is Rachel Saylor. I am a lender with Amerifirst Home Mortgage. Like Dawn was saying, I'm a local lender. My office is normally not my home, but is very close to my home here in Seminole, Madeira Beach area. So Dawn, I don't know if you want me to just kind of launch in with things that Amerifirst are seeing, or if you would kind of guide me on how you'd like to talk through this, because there are a couple of exciting announcements, but I don't want to blurt them all out in the beginning if we're holding for the big surprise. So just
Okay. So, the first thing that I would love to do, if you don't mind, Rachel, I've got to pull up my handy phone here because I'm not great at memorizing numbers, but I want to share some of these numbers that our graphic specialist gave us on Friday, because these numbers come out on Thursday. And these are the sales, or the things that are happening in the market right here in Tampa Bay. So I want to tell you that new listings in this past week for Hillsborough County, 501 new listings. That's a really healthy market.
Yes.
430 homes were sold and 698 homes went under contract. I mean, that is just crazy. It is such a healthy market. So to re-underline things, Pinellas County, 396 new listings, 290 homes sold, and 501 under contract. I mean,
sounds about right.
Crazy. I'm sure you're like, yeah, that's about right. I feel like I'm doing all of those sales.
I feel like we got in 500 this weekend. No. That's awesome, though. That's such exciting news, and thank you for
it's amazing,
that breakdown. That's incredible.
Yeah, so I really want people to have confidence and to know that this is a great time to sell. It's a great time to buy. Do not be afraid of everything that is happening around us. Help the economy by infusing cash into it. Investing in a home or selling your home is actually helping the economy. So now, yes, Rachel, let's pass it on to what is happening in the mortgage world.
Perfect. So yeah, with that influx, right, of properties being put on the market, we're seeing a huge increase in buyers through COVID, right? And I understand we're still in it, and we're still in the early stages of incorporating. So, there's a lot to come, but in the beginning of this, on the lending side, we're seeing a lot of refinances, right? Mainly refinances, and purchases took a little dip. At the end of April, like in the last 10 days of April, I started to see the normal spring buyer volume that we're used to in this market. And May, I would say 90% of the leads, right, of the buyers that have come in and that I'm being introduced to, 90% of those are purchases. So it's really, really exciting, because it is with these new listings coming on the market, which spring is always that time for us,
Yes.
right? it's always a great time in the market. We're not seeing that being affected by COVID. There are a few things that Amerifirst is doing to ensure that buyers are getting the best deals, the best rates, the best process through all of this. There's been a lot of lenders that have changed their guidelines. I am getting, and I feel so fortunate and so blessed by this, but I'm getting a lot of calls from real estate agents that are now looking for a new lending partner because of one reason or another, right? So I'm so proud that Amerifirst has stayed steady through this. Anyway, but to get to the exciting stuff, what Amerifirst is doing is for any frontline worker that's been out and working through COVID, these are our nurses. These are, of course, anyone in the medical field, right, that was on the front lines through COVID and that is still doing this. These are waste management workers. These are anybody that is out there and has been working through this. Police officers, teachers, right? Yes. Teachers are in it, even though they're at home, they are frontline workers through this. And
absolutely.
So any one of those people can get a $1,000 credit, right? A $1,000 lender.
You told me that, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So this is not like an increase in rate and, oh, we hand you this credit. It's a flat out, no tricks, $1,000 lender credit as a thank you. Additionally, for FHA buyers during this time, because a lot of lenders are not doing FHA or really tightening down their guidelines, but for any FHA buyer with a credit score over 700, we are providing an additional 1% lender credit. And that can be used to cover closing costs. That can be used to buy down your rate even further. But really, so for instance, I locked in amazing buyer. I think he was like 715, something like that. We got him a full 1% credit, which his purchase price was $300,000. So that's $3,000 off his closing costs, and his interest rate is 2.75 because that's just where the market is.
So, those numbers are crazy.
Get there, but yeah,
that's not rambling. That is.
If you pair that with someone who's a nurse or a teacher or whatever, like both of those credits, not one or the other, right? So really it's super exciting, and it's definitely worth, if you are thinking about buying a home, just call and find out and see what's available. It does not hurt you to have your credit pulled and start this process. And it's an incredible time to do it. I have so many first-time home buyers now. I'm like, your rate when you buy the next one is not going to be like this. So
be prepared.
Be prepared. I 2.75 next time. So
I really think that is such a good point to underline, because if you look at the history of interest rates, it's amazing what is available right now. And I am trying to encourage anyone who is renting and sort of on the line, just take the leap. Take the leap. It's the right time to do it if you're able. Now, I absolutely do not want to be ignoring the people that have lost their jobs, who are adversely impacted by everything that has happened. I mean, this obviously is a traumatic time for a lot of people, but at the same time, like I said earlier, this is actually a way to help, believe it or not. By infusing cash into the economy, by buying, by selling, you truly are actually helping the economy. It's like we were telling people to get out there and support your local restaurants by ordering takeout or delivery. This is kind of the same thing. It's how can you infuse money into the economy to give back to the economy? And Rachel is giving you this amazing way to do it. These rates are pretty much unheard of. And the fact that you can get these credits also, if you are a frontline worker, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate.
Well, and here's the thing too, is that most importantly, and I probably said this last time, and I'll probably say it again next time, and I'll say it 50 times in between then, but a huge part of what I do as a lender and a value add, right, if I'm able to be your lender, is that when we start talking through numbers and you as a buyer provide, there's my shirtless
I love it. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Morning candy.
You're welcome. Anyway, as I was saying, you should put that in the cameo. What we're doing after you send your documents in, after we have credit pulled, and after you send your documents in, and the documents are not that hard, but I'm sitting down and doing a one-on-one full consultation, cost consultation. So we're going through, I'm not just saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you a credit and your rate's at 2.75. We're going through and saying, okay, you are approved up to X. This is what it looks like in terms of a monthly payment. This is what you will need for cash out of pocket. Does this give you a heart attack, right? Like, how does this feel? And so if it's something that is not the right time for you, no matter how, it doesn't matter how low rates are or what this or what credit, if it's still not something that's comfortable, at least you know, at least you have that information and can make an informed decision, right? So that's what I always encourage people. It may not be the exact right time, but you know what to expect. And you might as well check it out when everything is this low and these additional numbers are being offered, you know?
Yeah, thank you for saying that, because, you know, that is one of the things that I love about you and your team. It is never hard pressure sales. It's like you really consult with your clients and you make sure that it's the right thing for them. And I always just feel so comfortable about that, because I know people can walk away from a consultation with you and they're like, you know what, it actually isn't the right time, but I know what I need to do. And maybe in 6 months' time, it is the right time. So very good point. Yes, we're saying now is the time to do it. And it is if you can, but if it's not comfortable for you, at least know where you stand. So I really, really encourage that you reach out to Rachel. I'll be putting her contact details on this video so you can get in touch with her. And she's probably like, no too many people.
No, we have an excellent team. We are ready for this. We have our systems in place. Like that, no, please. I am never, ever, ever too busy for a call. And we'll just set up a time to talk, right? I may not be able to drop what I'm doing and talk right then, right this second, which was a lot in the beginning of my career. I thought that that's what you had to do and talk right now. You can just set a time, right? We'll set a time and get the process. It takes 10 to 15 minutes to have a conversation and talk through, you know, so.
Okay, awesome. So again, just a quick recap. The market is very, very, very healthy right now. At least in Tampa Bay, it definitely is. And Rachel is an amazing lender to work with. So again, I encourage you that, hey, come do this duo. I'll be your realtor, Rachel will be your lender, and we will help you sell or buy your home. Thanks so much for taking your very valuable time with us this morning, Rachel.
Same to you, Dawn. Thank you so much for having me on. And you guys, I don't know if I need to say it, but Dawn is such an incredible agent and so cares for and looks out for the best interests of her clients. We have worked together on many transactions and it's always smooth. The communication is great. She knows her stuff, right? So yeah, would love any opportunity to help.
Thank you, Rachel. It's a love fest going on here.
I'm about it.
Okay, take care, everybody. Be safe, stay well. We love you. Bye.